All right, so in this video, I wanted to talk about your slime village priority. So you're going to unlock the slime village and be able to build and upgrade various buildings within the slime village. As far as the general priority, so you're going to start with this Tower of the Wise, and then your first two buildings you're going to be able to build are the Crystal Vein, Tower of Elements. I would definitely recommend building the Crystal Vein first, just because it's going to allow you to farm more magic crystals just by watching ads, an ad every day. And then your crystal hearts, as soon as you can, the sooner you can get this Crystal Vein up and running, the faster you're going to be able to collect crystal hearts, which you're going to want to save in order to get these Tears of the Goddess, which will be really helpful for the fountain later on. You're not going to use them for quite a while, but it is beneficial just to get that up and running. Secondly, I would build this Tower of the Elements. It's a little more expensive than the Crystal Vein to build, but it's just provides some neat bonuses just because it allows you to go through and use your experience or your elemental shards you're getting and some gold to just upgrade all your slimes of a certain element. It's going to just provide some nice boosts in general. And then after that, probably best to upgrade the Tower of the Wise. And the reason for this is just because it's going to unlock the slime shop. It will also unlock the blacksmith as well. But really, after building these first two buildings, I would go ahead and build the slime shop, just because the slime shop, it allows you to watch. You get little tokens for watching ads, and you can get some nice quality of life improvements as well as just bonuses overall. So it is kind of one of those buildings that the earlier you get it, the earlier you're going to be able to take advantage of rewards. Then after that, I would stop and just focus on upgrading your Crystal Vein. And the reason for that is just because it's going to allow you to produce even more crystals. And you're going to kind of hit this point where you could build the blacksmith, but you're really not going to be able to get the full advantage of it, because in order to get the full advantage of the blacksmith building, you really need to have a lot of excess equipment to dismantle, as well as the gold costs and the excess equipment blueprints you're going to need in order to actually forge new equipment. You're going to need a lot of excess material. So if you try and build it prematurely, really all you're doing is kind of wasting your magic crystals earlier, because you're not going to get much benefit. So after building these first three buildings, I would just go ahead and just spend, when you can, just go and upgrade that Crystal Vein, because it's going to allow you to farm more of these crystal hearts. You're going to reach the point where you are going to be able to build the blacksmith, but ideally you want to make sure you have all your talents maxed out first. You have a bunch of excess gold and just those equipment blueprints as well as equipment, because you're really not going to be able to take much advantage of it. And then they have two more slots for buildings. One of them on this right side is for the fountain. The bottom left doesn't have anything as of now. That's probably going to be added in a future update. But the fountain is going to be the very last building you build, just because you don't really get any benefit out of it until you can completely max it out. And in order to max it out, you're going to have already needed to have farmed a bunch of these blue and purple tiers, which give you temporary benefits, but those can be used to level up the fountain, as well as actually have already saved up and got a lot of these golden tiers, which will give you permanent bonuses. But the amount of gold and resources you're going to need to pour into it, you really should, you're not going to get a lot of benefit out of just rushing it really quick. You're going to rush to build it and then not be able to do anything with it. So both the blacksmith and the fountain, you're fine just waiting on those. Build these first three, then just farm up, just try and get a lot of gear, max out your talents, all that stuff, and then you can worry about those later. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.